cones. Tom Cruise's better half. Straight away, I've got rectangular eyes. Look, let's get a better picture so you can really see them. Still not big enough. That one is though. They're not rounded and open. Look, they're rectangular, and they're closed in by a brow bone. Remember, the brow bone runs from edge to edge. I agree, but they come in with a sander and a chisel and literally boss that right down, and you end up with a flatter forehead on a man. Still a massive skull, a big face, strong neckline, large jawline. There we go. Oh, there. Wait, press it on the screen. That's the one. Square shoulders, male neck, wide mouth, square jaw, large ears, rectangular shaped eyes. It's not an egg, is it? All they do is they take away the square chin, cut it into pieces, and then put it back on as a smaller piece. They feminise the chin. They can do barely any work around the jaw. Remember, you can only go so far into the bone before you hit marrow, and they don't want to do that. So they try and just smooth out the edges to give it that feminine look, and it fools us, it really does. Most men would say, I'd shag Katie Holmes over my own wife. They would. Most men are shallow, and I still meet people now. It happened just recently with Rob in the woods. Even though I was telling him about Manda and showing him the book, one of the pictures, I can't remember who it was, but he said I'd still shag it. And Alex went through, oh, you shouldn't have said that. And I went to town on him, but in reality, you wouldn't, would you, Rob? You wouldn't shag it. If you knew it was a bloke, it had a penis, and you was gonna bum this bloke. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna bum him, and then he's gonna bum you. Is that what you was actually thinking of, Rob? Because in your head, you've got the image that this person's taken his Greggs sausage roll and inverted it, but he hasn't. He's still got a Greggs sausage roll. And likewise, the women keep their lady gardens. Who's got the bigger face? That's a beautiful picture. Can we get a close up on that? No, but I'll take that shot. When people say things to me like, oh, if you believe that the skulls work, and my own teacher has been saying this just recently, we know from doing this for the last 4 years that we can tell just by looking at the distance in your eyes over the counterpart that stood next to you if you are male or you are female. You see, women have egg-shaped faces, look, and it goes from chin to skin. On a man, you have to go right back from the chin till you hit his neck, because his jawline is huge. Women don't have that. They have short, narrow, sloping jawlines with subcutaneous layers of fat. The five-head up top pushes the face downwards. A flat five-head with two bumps on it, look, there and there, over the bowling ball head on the left. Who's got the bigger face? Who's got the more striking eyes? Who's got the bigger mouth? And that is the truth. You can tell by looking. Study these images and then apply it to photographs, and when you see it, you're like, oh my gosh, that's a man. He looks like Catherine Zeta-Jones. That's a man with big long arms, look, and big hands and meatballs for knuckles, look. The wide hips of a woman are being hidden by the crappy tailored suit. Once you see these suits, how baggy they are and how they don't fit, because they fit in a suit to a woman, not a straight pencil-like man. There's a difference. Look at the length of Katie Holmes' arms. He's a man lot. He's built like a brick shitty, isn't he? Face, we're done, right? Male cheekbones, large ears, short sloping forehead, massive mouth, huge triangle. The face fills the skull. Square jawbone. But you've been hoodwinked into believing it's a woman, because her name's Katie and they gave her some fake boobs, splash makeup all over him, give him jewellery, and you instantly fall for the large-eared, wide-eyed, big-mouthed, high-set cheekboned, bowling ball head. That's what you fell for. The bolt-on arms, look. They're bolted on either side. Katie Holmes. Tom Cruise's husband. Right there. I know I've got you, Katie Holmes. Let's just put your name in the back there. Did I copy that? I think I did. Zayn Malik. I could have sworn I've done Zayn Malik, but it won't come up. I need to do it. So, we're looking at Katie Holmes, Tom Cruise's husband. And again, look at the size of the head. Look at that neck. E.T. phone. Look at those arms. Mr. Tickle. Look at the size of his shoulder blade. Look where it stops. Big male arm. Big male hand. He reminds me of Prince Kate Middleton. That's what it reminds me of. We fell from grace, folks. No matter how you want to put this, we fell from grace. And I think about it all the time. Why is there evil in the world? Why does it exist? And it's because of us, for sure, but the way I look at it is because of the duality, the binary system I live in. Sun and moon, day and night, hot and cold, man and woman, truth and lies, good and evil. If it was heavenly and everything was good, you'd have no realisation of what you're giving up by being bad. Here you get a chance to repent for making mistakes and still go to the good place in faith alone, not your works, in faith alone, get you into heaven. And having known what had happened on earth, why would you try and do anything wrong in heaven? Because you have a contrast, right? Tom Cruise. He looks like Lionel Messi there. Put a little goatee on it. Oh my God. Look at the size difference. Which one of them's got a bigger face? Which one's got the bit? You can see the male skeleton, right? And that's a tall girl. Shut up. It's a bloke. That's a girl. Close set eyes. Never trust a man whose eyes are too close together. Men have far apart eyes, rectangular in shape. You might say, oh well, Tom's look a bit rectangular. They're tiny. They're too close set. All Tom's had is a brow bone implant. Okay. If they hadn't put the brow bone in, they'd be really open. Which we see with a lot of these FTMs, right? That's what gives them away. The big open eye socket of a girl. The beauty, especially the eyelashes. The eyelashes get me so quickly now. Because girls are beautiful. Girls don't need mascara. When I look at some of these FTMs who aren't wearing makeup and mascara, their eyelashes make me feel so young, don't they? Because they're beautiful. Katie Holmes has been forced on you as beauty. Even though it's got male clavicles, a pine tree for a neck, a shadow casting square jawline, high, wide, set cheekbones, rectangle shaped eyes with a brow bone, and a short sloping forehead. You didn't see it coming. Neither did I. I never saw an FTM. I saw a couple of MTFs, a few of them. Tracy Chapman, Amy Winehouse, Janice Street Porter. There's another one as well. I can't remember what it is. But I called them all out and got told I was wrong. And all my life, I was peer pressured into believing they were women. Do you know, before I did this, I met, what do they call the women's right activists? The big top, Jermaine Greer. I met Jermaine Greer, right? I was on a Prince's Trust thing in London, and I got split off from my group of children that had been in care. I don't know, I was about 26, 27. And I walked over to the big hotel where all the Prince's Trust people were staying to ask, did they all come over here? And by mistake, I ended up sitting with a real famous psychologist. I think I looked at that one recently, once. Germaine Greer. So I met this one, Germaine Greer. And I'm not kidding you. It already come up, Germaine Greer. When this person stood up in front of me and said hello, I can't remember if she shook my hand. I don't think she did. She just nodded at me. But when she stood up, she was towering over me. I remember it as clear as day. This one was towering over me. Or maybe it was because he had high heels on. I've got no idea. He's a big fella. Male cheekbones, rectangle shape. It's a big face look. Rectangle shaped head. Look at the size of that hand. I'd almost, nearly as above, so below. Almost. There. Look at that jawbone. You know who reminds me of? Sigourney Weaver. Sigourney Weaver. Deep set eyes, look. This one stood up in front of me and I literally thought to myself, oof. I didn't say anything, but I was in shock. I'd never seen such a big woman. And that was the first time I'd met one of these and it stood out to me, I think, that I was looking at. I didn't realise I was looking at a man. I just thought that woman's massive. I don't know how tall she is. But she stood taller than me. I know she did. Because I was like, oof. And it's because I'm looking at a male skeleton, right? The big male head, the male neck, look at the straight spine, the long arms, the long limbs. Germaine Greer. Who was the other one? Misha De Winter. Let's have a look. How do you spell that, you think? Misha. This one gave me a book. De Winter. There it is. Misha De Winter. A Dutch psychologist. Oh, I think I'm done. Don't you? Rounded eye sockets is the first thing I see. The pink lips. Lacking a jawbone. There's my saggy neck. I'm definitely seeing an FTM. It's that picture there I'm seeing an FTM and that one there I'm seeing FTM. There's absolutely no jawbone. Mason. They love the brick walls. Is there any gates? Please tell me he's got gates. Oh, that looks like a female. Oh, she's the legs are in. That looks like a pair of boobies. I wish I had these skills when I was younger. Misha De Winter. Those ears look large and low set though. See, that's what I expect to see. Rounded, open eye sockets, look. I don't think there'll be any gates for this one. Not famous enough. I don't know, that jaw looks fairly big there on that one, but it didn't on the other one. It doesn't look big there. And it definitely doesn't look big there. I'm still seeing a thin face though, there. I'm seeing a thin one there, but I saw a big jawbone on the other one. I need gates. Let's go back. Misha De Winter. Where are we? Katie Holmes. Katie Holmes married Tom Cruise after he left Nicole Kidman. Looking at these faces. That one looks really weird, doesn't it? Do you know what it looks like to me? Off Family Guy. Giggity giggity. Reminds me of that one. And again, Katie Holmes burying Tom Cruise, look. I mean, that's what most couples look like, right? The man bigger than the woman. The woman leans up to whisper in his ear or kiss him. Katie Holmes, straight legs, knees together, space between his feet. Red shoes, you dirty. And again, straight legs, knees together. Who's this? His husband? His father? No, Surrey Cruise. His daughter. One of Tom Cruise's daughters. Is it really? Tom Cruise's daughter is as old as his wife. Surely not. Maybe. No, it is Surrey Cruise. Right, okay. Katie Holmes fails forensics, right? He's a big old dude. And I'm still seeing Prince Kate Middleton, Prince Kenneth. Katie Holmes. That's not the right file for you, that is. Oh, we've definitely got him. What are those? Let's have a look. 3 of them for walking pictures as well. Look at the state of that. Why did I not see that one? We'll find out in a second.